first set of lap times come through, but currently we've got Troy leading with a 56.8, Suzu's come through with a 57.9, Smurf with a 58 flat, Soul Reaper's on a 401.9, Vikings got a 402.7, Antichrist with a 404.6, Risky at a 409. I know he carried a penalty through that lap. Maccajack I know got a penalty as well with a 412. Speedy invalidated his lap in the last chicane on his out lap, and that was his really dumb. I believe NPR just saw it in somewhere as well. 402.4, I'm sure he won't be too happy with that one. Right. Jump on board with Speedy's eyes and see what he can do on his first recorded fly. We don't get any fancy visuals over here, but see how everyone goes still. I believe there was a group of 3 down the field as well. Yeah, Viking, Antichrist, and someone else was with them. I think it might have been Smurf, but it's just a lot of penalties popping up at the moment throughout the field. It's ghosted, so I'm assuming it's paused. Staying with Speedy tyres and see what he can do. Staying in 5th through there. Trying to carry as much speed as possible. Had to lift off to avoid some wall. Pretty aggressive crossover back into the next right-hander. That should be a penalty-free lap for him. He said he was hoping for a low 54 or to even beat Karax's time. So we'll see what he can do here. Very wide entry into the first of the 4 chicanes. Coming into the second lot. On the power really early, all the way using every little bit of track available, and he's got a 53.7 to start it off. So the 4th person to jump into the 57s. I believe Smurf had a penalty on his lap, so I don't think he's going to improve. Let's see what Viking can do here to beat his 402. He does improve by a 10. Suzu put in a 57.8. Antichrist with a 401.8. We got number 9. I think it's a bit risky coming across the line with Maccajack as well. Maccajack with a 402.3. Risky with a 57.7. It's a pretty good time there. Pretty good time to start off with. Soul Reaper with a 401. See if we've got anyone else finished in that lap. There's one person somewhere. There we go. Troy, who is, I think he's only just unpaused. So I don't think he'll be improving as his time ticks over the 4-minute mark already. Cheers for Zoo in the chat. He is trying to burn his penalties, so I don't think he'll be improving his lap this time around. Speedy tyres, the 113 through the second sector, that's very quick. And it's down on his time actually. That's very interesting with the Ascalon. NPR comes through with a 56.3 in the Viper, it's not too bad. Oh, Antichrist and Viking getting fairly close on their lap. It looks like they've been trying to work together though. I saw them before the qualifying session, very close, trying to bump drop each other. But Antichrist is 2 seconds off his lap. We'll see how Viking's doing in the next time split. Should be coming up here. 7/10 down on his current lap. Jump back on board with speedy tyres, see if he's up on his time. Not sure if that time will be. Oh my goodness, he might be on for a 52 right here with no slipstream. This could be a cracker, people. So currently his time beats low sides by 15 thousandths of a second, and he's 7/10 up on that. Oh, he's run very wide. That could be a penalty. That might be his lap over. He's still 4/10 up, and there's the penalty. Yep. So a possible 52 goes to waste there by speedy tyres. Have a look back down through the field. I believe Smurf is just half a tenth down, coming into the final sector. See where he goes. Nice conservative line right out to the edge of the track. See how he goes through the 4 chicanes. Slows down a fair bit. Clips the apex nicely. Plenty of curve on the first part, not a lot on the second. 57, 58.2, so he lost 1.5 tenths at the end of that lap. I think we got Viking coming across the line here. Viking and Antichrist. No improvement from either. Let's see who we got coming through the next. We got Mackajack. Oh, brutal penalty right as he goes to start his next lap as well. Let's see what mid-risky can do here. He got a 404, so that's not an improvement for him. Soul Reaper 4/10 off. I believe that's Sue in the background, who's got a 428, so no improvement from him either. Who was it that was back there by himself? Troy, and then I believe we have NPR coming through with his next lap as well. Well, almost loses it coming out of the final corner. Will not be an improvement, so I'm assuming he's had a penalty somewhere on that lap. Jump on board with NPR and see how he's going throughout his final sector. Oh, it might be a penalty. He ran very wide on the exit of the push curves there. And it is. That's brutal. Oh, it hurts when you've done 3.5 minutes of a lap just to pick up a penalty and throw it away there. Alright, we'll quickly jump back to speedy tyres and watch him come through this sector time. Slides through it, and he is still up on his 53.7. So I think if Speedy can put a time together here, he might be on for a 52, which is a scary thought. Viking and Antichrist coming through next. Just keep an eye on them as they come through the timing here. Oh, Antichrist running very wide. Could be right on the edge. He's 3/10 down. Viking coming through down by almost 2 seconds, so he's had a bit of a rough lap. Mackajack's burned a penalty on his lap, so his is probably going to be invalidated. Or not invalidated, it's just not going to improve. Soul Reaper holding a nice line through the second chicane, see what he can do through the next time slip. Only 1/2 tenth down. I believe I heard an Aston Martin in the background there. I did. Stick with Zoo and see what he can do through this next sector if he's up on his time. I'm sure he'll be looking to improve a fair bit on that 57. Using all of the track that you want to. Getting a little bit out on that dirty side. And he's 3/10 up on that 57A, so they've put him at a mid-57. He might just be coming into the slipstream of Mackajack here as well. board with Troy and see how he's going on his current lap when he comes through the timing sector here. He's 10 seconds down, so no improvement will be out there. And we missed MPR. Here we go, jump back on board with Speedy as he comes through the chicanes here. Using every bit of track on the entry. Gets it sideways through the first of them, plenty of curb. Uses every bit of track available to him. 52s, 53.8. So yeah, he's still, I know Speedy, he won't be happy with that. He'll want, I was talking to him earlier, he was saying he wants to beat Pure Axle's time. And seeing him 7/10 up, I believe he definitely could. I believe next on track should be, oh, Mid-Risky and Smurf. No. Antichrist, who's got a penalty, unfortunately. Viking's also going to carry a penalty. Not apparently, sorry, he was down on his time earlier. Go back to Mid-Risky and see how he goes through here. 357.2, so that's an improvement on his last time. Smurf behind him doesn't improve. See what Soul Reaper pulled across the line, he improves by half a tenth. 4:04, Zuzu with a 56.2. Great time by Zuzu there to improve. I think we got Troy coming in the final sector now as well. Plenty of curb through the first of the 4 chicanes. Every bit of track available. 10 seconds down, so I don't know what's happened to him there, but he's not having a great time. Jump on board with MPR as he comes through the 4 chicanes. Beautiful sounding Viper. Using every bit of curb available and maybe a bit more. Run all the way out to the edge of the track on the green stuff. Does not improve, down by 1/4 of a second. Alright, so let's jump back on board with, I believe it was Antichrist and Viking to drive around together. Looks like they've separated a bit, so I don't think we'll be getting any slipstream advantage for also Smurf fairly close with another car. Smurf and Mid-Risky lapping together. But Smurf has picked up a 2-second penalty, I'm assuming, through Tetra Rouge to start his lap, which is really unfortunate. But we'll see how Mid-Risky goes through this sector time here. Six tenths down, so that's maybe like a slipstream through there. See if the Antichrist goes through his next split. I believe he had a penalty earlier, so I don't think he'll be doing great through here on his current time. Only down by a 10, Vikings up by 1.1. So we'll see what he can do here. Looks like he's just out of slipstream range of the Antichrist, but I don't think Antichrist wants to pull out of his lap because he was so close to being blue on it as well. Working on the brakes very early coming into this section. It's a very hard section to get right, very easy to get wrong. Still up by almost 1.3 seconds. And the first to use all the power of the Jag out of the corner. Quickly jump back on board with Speedy Tyres, comes through to finish his next lap and see if he can improve on that 53.7. Ooh, he slides into the first 4 chicane, misses the curb completely, hops a lot of the second curb, and he does not improve. Right. Jump on board with the Antichrist here. He was quite close to being up on his time. I love that someone is using the Yeetle and has brought it to this seasonal Wheels to Wheel. One of my favourite cars in the game, just because it's a Yeetle. No other reason. plenty of curb through the last chicane. Lifts off, so maybe unsettled the car a bit more than he would have liked there. 3:59.1, so very nice by him, and a 4-minute flat from Viking, which is a great effort by him as well. I think we've got Mid-Risky coming through. No improvement from him. I believe I saw Zuzu. Apologies for all the jumping around. No improvement from him. Maccajack improves. I don't think Soul Reaper did. No improvement from Soul Reaper. Next one coming through the timing for the finish should be Troy. Nice and safe through the first of the 4 chicanes. Plenty of curb. On the power nice and early. No improvement from Troy. Half a second. See what MPR can do through this last sector. Just over 4 minutes remaining, so everyone should get at least one more lap in after this one. On the power very early after the car got unsettled. 55.6 from MPR. So that Viper doing some work for him there. Well clear of Viking, so I don't know what's happened to Viking early in the lap. Might have got a penalty or something, because they were lapping fairly close together. But Antichrist is up on his time. Viking is not up on his time. So yeah, he's lost 2 seconds somewhere in the first part of that lap. Jump on board with speedy tyres for this lap and see how he goes and if he can improve. Using every bit of track limits there. And he's got himself a penalty for it. So that'll be this lap gone for him. Jump back on board with Antichrist, see how he's going. Probably looking to crack into the 58s at the moment, as it won't let me view the onboard for the Yeetle, which is unfortunate. Pulls it up nicely for Indianapolis early on the power to get the run up to Arnage. He's half a tenth up. Braking nicely, using a bit of curb. Not using all the track, but using plenty of it early on the power. Oh, someone's spinning on the track map into Indianapolis. That's no good. Oh, very wide line. Slides it through the first of the Porsche curves. It's right up on the curve through the second part of it. Runs it all the way out to the wall. He's up by over a tenth now. Through the crucial part of the Porsche curves here. Very easy to get wrong, run wide and get a penalty. Keeps it within track limits. Just the run up to the 4 chicanes. He's right on the cusp of getting into the 58s here as Antichrist. No curve on the first part, plenty on the second. Runs it all the way out to the edge of the track. Oh, he's just lost his time throughout there. Next, Smurf is right behind him. Smurf improves with a 56.7. That's a great lap by Smurf. Mid-Risky close behind, does not improve again. I believe next across the line was Maccajack, which I've missed unfortunately, but he sets a 59.4, which is a great time. I'm a bit lost now. We've got Zuzu coming across the line here. Does not improve. He had a penalty very early on in his lap there. Troy, seeing what he can do. No improvement. Troy. I believe Soul Reaper spun. Yeah, no improvement from Soul Reaper. He spun fairly early on. if MPR can improve. He comes sliding through the first of the 4 chicanes, trying to carry as much speed as possible. All the curb, all the track. He's got himself a 54.9. Very, very nice time with no slipstream to get into the 54s there for MPR. Just going to jump back on board to see if Speedy Tyres can improve on his 53.7, but he's got a penalty, and I think that's his lap pretty much gone, unfortunately. So I know Speedy will be kicking himself here because on lap, I believe it was lap 4, he was on track for a 52.9, but unable to put it into the works. So I believe Antichrist is the next on track, so we'll jump on board with him. He's also got a penalty. A couple further back, Viking, Midrisky, and I believe that was Smurf. Vikings 5 seconds down. Check on how Midrisky and Smurf are doing coming through the next timing line. Midrisky with a bit of a safety lift and a light tap of the brake, but he gets out on the dirty stuff, and that's his lap going to be gone. Oh, Smurf goes around as well. Vikings out on the dirt. It's chaos on Mulsanne corner. That's going to be all their laps gone, unfortunately. Alright, next car through, we've got Maccajack. We'll see how he's going. So I believe everyone ahead of Maccajack has copped a penalty, or as we saw there, has spun around and binned their lap a fair bit. So quickly jump on board with Speedy Tyres in a second just to see how he goes crossing the line, but I don't think there's going to be much improvement for him with that half a second penalty. Looks like he's just going to carry it across the line. This will be a qualifying session of what could have been for him. He got a 53.5 but carried a penalty across the line, so unlucky for Speedy there. So we'll head on back to Maccajack, who's the first car on a valid lap, I believe, that has a chance of improving. Jump in the cockpit with him and see how he's going. He's up on his time by 1,000th of a second coming through the final sector before the finish line. All of the grip those front tyres want to give. You hear the tyres squealing as he tries to force it around that corner. Just 2 chicanes to go. Can he improve on his 59.4? Late on the brakes. Plenty of curb for the first, plenty of turb through the second. Pretty much jumping that BMW over the curbs throughout the second 4 chicane there. It's not going to be enough. He's going to be 2 tenths down, unfortunately. I think I've lost Troy. Troy's paused on his lap, so I'm assuming his is done. We've got Soul Reaper coming through here. There's one more car. I believe it's Zuzu behind Soul Reaper and then MPR to finish out the field here. Soul Reaper very conservative through the first of the 4 chicanes. Plenty of curb through the second. On the power nice and early. I don't think it's going to be an improvement, it's not. Quickly jump to Zuzu. That's not Zuzu. Zuzu's done, so I have misplaced a car somewhere. Oh god. It was MPR. So MPR not improving as well. Oh, he was very close. So about half a tenth off, and now we're just waiting on Troy, who is driving around paused. So we'll see if his auto driver can make it to the end in the next 40 seconds. Cautious approach by auto driver. Some interesting throttle. Yeah, very interesting throttle control from auto driver here. Some strange brake application and still going wide into this corner. Meets the apex nicely though. Doesn't run it all the way out to the edge of the track. Nice and cautious by auto driver. short chicanes, I'm expecting braking at about 200 meters too early. Slowing about 100 kilometers more than he needs to, or maybe about 70. And he does not get there in time. Speedy Tyre's taken it with a 53.7. That is an insane time. I'll stay on board for the one lapper and see what happens if these guys are gonna race or not. Here we go, so we get a 53, a 54, a couple of 56s. Not a bad qualifying session for some of these guys. I know some will want to improve, but I think others can be happy with their times here. Plenty of tyres being spun off the start. MPR looks like he's got the better of Speedy. He's probably going to lead him into turn one here. Oh, Speedy's coming around the outside. Tucks in behind MPR coming through the first chicane. Zoo cut the chicane heavily there, and I'm expecting to see a penalty for him. Oh, Speedy giving the MPR a big shove. Big move along right there. Smurf and Troy closely following this one. Well, MPR might get a penalty for that one. He cut a fair bit of the entry. The inside of the run under the Mulsanne there, and you will see the crazy snake coming through. All these cars trying to get whatever slipstream or whatever positions they can. Yeah, going out onto the dirty part of the track and then across to the opposite side to try and break some slipstream. Speedy Tires is going to catch him as a Smurf, not going for the bump. They're going to be side by side into the first of the chicanes. Speedy Tires does it around the outside of the first part of the chicane. Both run wide, I believe. Oh, MPR's gone round on the exit of the first chicane. And Speedy's picked up a penalty. MPR is going to fall all the way down the field there. Now, does Smurf go for the bump on Speedy, or does he go to pass him because he's got a penalty? Oh, he's gone for the pass into the second chicane. He's got his nose ahead. Speedy pulls out early to win that penalty. So Smurf currently leading the field through the second chicane. Oh, runs very wide. He might have got himself a penalty, and he's sideways. He's still sideways, holding onto it. Some light contact with the wall there, straighten him up, but that's going to cost him a fair bit of time. Zuzu's going to pass him here, and he might get swallowed up by that pack of 4 or 5 cars behind him. What a beautiful shot of all these cars coming down the straight, though. You see MPR just coming onto the back of the straight there. Speedy Tires leading him through here, followed by Zoo, followed by Smurf. Viking behind him, they're too wide. Midrisky and Troy. Midrisky's picked himself a penalty, but he's crucial for him to try and stay in the slipstream of that Jag, which I don't think he has. I think he's just out of it now, so Troy's going to come around the outside on the kink on the run up to Indianapolis. Smart for Midrisky to maybe roll off a little bit and let Troy have it, but Troy's done that instead. He's rolled out of it as not really side by side into here. And Midrisky's run deep, as is, I believe that was Antichrist. Macajacks clipped the dirt a little bit as well. Smurf's still right on the tail of Zuzu here, and they're trying to latch onto the back of Speedy Tires. Smurf looking to go up the inside into the first of the Porsche curves. Late on the braking, a little bit of contact with Zoo. Forces him a little wide out on the dirt. Can he carry it? Barely holds onto that. Oh, Zoo's got a penalty for it too. That's unfortunate. But looks like Speedy Tires is going to take out qualifying in the one lapper, as he picks himself up a 1 second penalty on the exit of the Porsche curves. Let's see if he just crosses the line with it or if he decides to burn it. He's going to burn it before the line. And across he goes, followed by Smurf. Zoo's got himself 6 seconds of penalties, followed by Viking, followed by Troy, very close behind Soul Reaper, showing that keeping it on the road is more important than an outright pace. Bringing home 6th, Mid-Risky 7th, MPR looking to get past Antichrist in the final corner. He does. Antichrist 9th, Macjack coming across the line in 10th after going off at Indianapolis. And that's your 7 PM qualifying. Thanks for everyone that dropped in to watch. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to drop in for the 9 PM